people. This is the episode 3 of News on the Spectrum. My name is Martin K, and today's episode is going to be about Nigeria. I understand that the episode should be last week, but I was caught with some eggs and some sausage. You know what I'm talking about. That's right, Easter. That's right. In Poland, we celebrate Easter with eggs and sausage, and I think it's a beautiful tradition. Although today I ate some żurek, which involves eggs and sausage, and for some fucking reason it was terrible. Anyway, so today episode is about Nigeria. What do I know about Nigeria? Okay, Nigeria is in West Africa. The population is around 300 million, something like this. Capital is in Lagos. That's right, the Lagos. They used to be very good at football in 1994. Yeah, they had a player named JJ Okocha who had a green hair. And I think this trend became so popular that even girls these days are wearing green hair because they love Nigerian football, of course. That's right, that's the reason for having a green hair. And the capital is Lagos, as I mentioned. And main exports of Nigeria, I think they are oil and coal. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I have no idea about that. And the main invention of Nigeria, I think it's royal family. That's right, Nigerians invented royal family. This is why every time you get an email from Nigerian, it's always someone with a prince in the title. That's right, Nigerian prince. It's a very rich country. That's right, it's a very rich country. This is why they try to share their wealth and send the money to the poorest members of the society all around the world, right? I do remember the story that once I got an email from a Nigerian prince and I sent it to my representative. And my representative was another scam email. There was some guy from India trying to sell me shares in the gold mine. I hope they make big business, you know. Nigerian prince had a lot of money. Indian man had a gold mine with opportunity to invest. That's right. And the news about Nigeria. Okay, so dating. The funniest Nigerian first date stories you will ever hear. Number 5 will leave you speechless. Okay, some young lady shared her unbelievable first date experience with a man who checked all the red flag boxes. That's right, he checked all the red flags. I think that's an achievement. I think that's a perfect man. You know, if you can see all the red flags at the beginning, what else to hide? What else to hide? That's right. So the guy apparently argued the cost of boat ride, not even a boat ride. That's some sort of Uber. And then he ordered a single cup of ice cream for both of them to share. And if it wasn't enough, he later suggested watch Netflix and chill at his place, making his real intentions clear. Uh, and then when she refused, he boldly asked, "What's the worst that could happen? It's just sex, and we're adults. What's the worst that could happen? Well, for instance, she wouldn't come. That's if you're a dude, that's a very bad thing if she won't come. Not even to your place in general if she don't come. Yeah. Also, it's like, well, there's a lot of stuff, dude. Just like if you want to get that cookie, you have to spend some money. You know, I'm not talking some extravagant amounts of money, just a little bit to show you that you're not the bum and that you're not the bum. But also, on the other hand, there is this trend of Instagram when the girl says like, "Oh, if the guy don't fly you out on holidays, it means it's not your boyfriend, boyfriend candidates." Yeah, I think that's too extreme. I think buying two ice creams is two scoops of ice creams for each one of you. I think it's pretty good. Also, bolt ride. I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that because this bolt ride, bolts could have some strange prices, right? They can fuck you up. They can scam you. You know. First thing you need, you're driving a bolt. Next thing you know, That's right. You're a prince, and you have to give people some money. That's right. That actually doesn't. It's not very funny, to be honest. Also, by the way, I was looking for those news on ChatGPT, and also I used Microsoft Copilot, which is Microsoft ChatGPT, a artificial intelligence. And those news weren't fucking funny at all. Like seriously, again, like I'm trying each week trying to find news, and I'm asking ChatGPT, and they're giving me news like, oh, someone got killed in this north of the country, and like every time I'm reading it, I'm thinking like, yo, being a comedian is like the safest job on the planet right now. Like, it's never gonna replace me. Like, I'm even not that funny, but still, compared to ChatGPT, I'm the future. That's right. Okay, so apparently another person brought their mom to the dates. Okay, one lady in her 30s met a man online who seemed perfect. Ah, that's the first red flag. Men online are never perfect. I know because I've been online. Yeah, I'm not perfect at all. Okay, handsome, funny, and charming. They spoke on weeks. They finally decided to strike up a physical meeting. So on the date, she showed up, and apparently the dude brought his mother. And that's right. And the lady was questioning her about her cooking skills, about what else? Possibility, ability to bear children. Ah, well, look, having a good relation with your mom is pretty okay for a man, but leave her alone. Like, leave her at home alone. Like, you can tell her later, you know. You can tell her later. You can buy ice creams. You can share, like the previous dude. You can share ice cream with your mom. I don't know, the lady became a bit disappointed, and some lady told her in the comments that things happen. That things happen? Seriously? Well, dating in Nigeria must be wild then. Must be wild. Okay, what else? Uh, so, what happened is basically the mom was sitting somewhere else and the lady waved, and the Nigerian dude mom just assumed it's a telltale to come to the table and talk. See? And this is why all the foreigners are complaining like Polish people do not wave, do not smile. Yeah, because we want to avoid the situation. You know, I'm going on a date. You bring in your mom. I'm trying to be polite. I will smile and wave. Bam! Your mom is sitting at the table. You have to be double charming, not only for the my lady, also for the mom. Fucking exhausting, exhausting. Okay, I'm gonna leave the dating stuff, and yeah, this news is political, and I don't find it super funny, but this is what ChatGPT gave me, all right? This is what ChatGPT gave me. Maybe, maybe because it was concerned. Sorry for the cough. Maybe because it was concerned too. Apparently, the tariffs on electricity in Nigeria raised up by 230%. Wow, Poland and Nigeria have something in common: high electricity prices. And the minister told everybody to shut down the refrigerators. That's right, because from all the things in the world, refrigerators are the thing that takes the most electricity. Maybe someone should take off his fucking Twitter. Huh? No? I don't know. I'm pretty sure like all politicians are lying and crap, so everybody would like shut down their freezers, and suddenly the minister would come like, I have a special services for you. You can rent our freezer. Yeah, and you would have to rent cold. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I don't know. They have some crisis there with electricity apparently. Uh, uh, I don't know. Oh yeah, some people thought it was April Fool's Day. Well, April Fools or not, I'm not. I do not recommend to fucking close down your freezer, turn out your freezer, because it seems like it's not the way to live. You know, you want to have some ice creams. You know, you bring in a date, and you actually have double the ice cream in the house, and you have no, but your freezer is not working. What you gonna do? Tell your mom and bring it? Nah, it is terrible though. It is terrible. And now is the time for news from Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia still doesn't exist. Okay, now is the time for the second part of the news. Pastor fakes his own kidnapping, collects 6 million N. What's the currency in Nigeria? Let me check real quick. Naira? Yeah, Naira. Ah, haha. For some reason I was right. Naira. So he collects 6 million Naira. I don't know how much is it in dollars. I hope, well, I don't hope, but it's probably a lot. So what happened? Pastor Al Barka Sukuya. Why does he sound Japanese? I don't know, maybe parents were a fan of anime, watching Naruto and stuff. So apparently the dude was arrested for allegedly staging his kidnapping on several occasions to extort his church members. See, this is why you do not trust the church. Because they will take your money and they will try to take some more. Probably he came back after 3 days saying he's Jesus or something. Okay. So apparently, what was happening? The suspect set ablaze a Mercedes-Benz and Toyota cars belonging to his senior pastors. Why the fucking priest have Mercedes-Benz? Seriously, even in Poland, like you see a priest, he always has like the nicest car ever. Okay, this is yeah, and they kind of swear to live in poverty. God damn it, I would like to live in this kind of poverty, to be honest. Okay, so apparently, what was happening? Let me check. Sequel to Sirnas Kidnaps. Okay, so what happened? Conf- the guy pretended to be kidnapped, but he started using his own money, so the police catch him. Uh, okay, so that's kind of dumb. That's kind of dumb, you know. At least you could use your church members' money, eh? Seriously, it probably was already a church members' money because they get all this gratitude from God. Okay, so Stage is kidnapped, received ransom from sympathizing members of his congregation. That could be your grandma, people. That's right, your grandma likes the pastor. He disappears, your grandma is losing her mind because it's like your local Jesus. And then she will do everything like Liam Neeson in Kidnaps. No, Taken. Yeah, Taken. That's the name of the movie. And oh, he was in the gang. What gang of priests? God damn it! No kids are safe. They will kidnap you and they will whatever. Okay, and he also snitched. So I'm sorry, he wasn't Jesus. He was a Judas. That's right, because Judas was snitching on people, and then he was forgiven. This is why it turns out snitching is actually profitable. Okay, and the last piece of money. It's from 3 years ago, and it's only an Instagram post, but I found it a couple of places elsewhere. Nigerian pastor Odumeye Indaboski Bahoze, that sounds Dutch, said he won a belt in the International Spiritual Wrestling Championship after defeating Satan in a closed door match. That's right. This is what I expect from my priest, all right? Get the Satan, beat his ass, come back with the redemption. That's right. This is how Jesus actually won with Satan. He used Taekwondo or Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, the Jew stuff. No, Jews killed him. Yeah, he probably used Taekwondo. I don't know, like, seriously. This kind of hilarious, dude. Like, yeah, you have this dude who like claimed that he won a belt in a wrestling match with Satan, and people like, yeah, this is what happened. And at a certain point, I want to laugh about it, but on the other hand, I remember I was a kid, and in '90s in Poland there was this TV program about the dude who claimed that if you touch the TV screen, if you touch the hands on the TV screen, you will also get healed, and a lot of old people were doing it. And the guy was like, "Yo, touch my hands through the TV set, and you will feel the heat. That's the medical energy." And yeah, it's a fucking TV set. It's gonna have heat. I don't know. Did he show any scars, this Nigerian pastors, or just like a belt? Because there's a picture of him with the belt, and the belt doesn't look very fancy, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it was a long match. Well, Easter happens because Jesus came after 3 days. How long this dude was wrestling Satan? Nobody knows. Maybe he's still wrestling with him, or Satan is a bitch. You know, maybe Satan is a bitch. Yeah, exactly. Maybe maybe Satan is such a bitch that everyone can beat his ass, and the only this Nigerian pastor was the only dude who say, "Hey, oh, let me check it out," because the rest of the people were scared. That's right. This is why I respect Nigerians, because they will do feats of strength like that. Beating Satan, taking your mom on a date, buying one ice cream for two people, or telling people to sell their freezer. Okay, people, that was the second episode of News on the Spectrum. My name is Martin K. If you enjoy, like and subscribe. And if you have news from your country, please send it on the email in the description. All right, take care.